Okay, today we're going to go through the first lesson of chapter 7 with zero and negative exponents. Okay, first thing, you should put this in your notebook. Just shows you what happens when we have exponents and negative exponents. So we'll start with 2 to the x power. Notice our variable is our exponent. So when we plug in 2 to the 4th power, remember that means 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. You can use your calculator for this, but 4 times 4, that'd be 16. 2 to the 3rd power is 2 times 2 times 2, so 2 times 2 is 4, times 2, 8. 2 to the 2nd power, 2 times 2, 4. 2 to the 1st power is 2. Now it's where it starts getting tricky. If you use your calculator, you plug in 2 to the 0 power, the answer is actually not 0. The answer is 1. Your calculator will say this as well. Next one, 2 to the negative 1 power. A negative exponent does not make the number negative. The base is 2, so this means our answer will be positive. The exponent means it's a small number. A negative exponent, if you use your calculator, it'll actually tell you 0.5. If we think of that as a fraction, it's 1 over 2. If you plug this into your calculator, 2 to the negative 2 power, your calculator will say 0.25, and as a fraction, that's 1 over 4. So if you look at this, 2 to the 1st power is 2, 2 to the negative 1st power is 1/2. 2 to the 2nd power is 4, 2 to the negative 2nd power is 1 over 4. So using that same reasoning, if 2 to the 3rd power is 8, 2 to the negative 3rd power is 1 over 8. Notice these are all positive. 2 to the negative 4th power then would be the reciprocal of 2 to the 4th, so 1 over 16. Now the next one, the next side is the same thing but with power of 10. Power of 10 has special features. So 10 to the 4th power, you can do this with a calculator, but we're going to learn how to do it without a calculator. 10 to the 4th power, that means 10 times 10 times 10 times 10. So 100 times 100. And the answer actually is, whoopsie, 10,000. Notice it has a 1 and 4 zeros. The exponent is 4. So a 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. 10 to the 3rd power is going to be a 1, 3 zeros, 1,000. 10 squared is 10 times 10, which is 100, a 1, and 2 zeros. This only works with power of 10. 10 to the 1st power is a 1, and then 1 0. Remember, 10 to the 0 power, you plug this into your calculator. 10 to the 0 power is 1. 0 zeros. And then what we learned on this side with negative exponents, it's reciprocal. So these are still positive numbers because the base is 10, it's positive. So this is 1 over 10, 1 over 100, 1 over 1,000, and 1 over 10,000. So that's our start of negative exponents. This page, you can probably just wait with this page. The only thing I want you to make sure you have in your notes is this down here. The top part, I have a couple slides in the next few pages that you can get that written down. I think I have it written down a little easier. It just says 0 and as an exponent, anything to the 0 power equals 0, and I have that written down on the next page. And I have something about negative exponents that'll be easier than this. So the thing I want you to focus on is with 0. 3 to the 0 power is 1, 2 to the 0 power is 1, 1 to the 0 power is 1. This one is what we're looking at. 0 to the 3rd power means 0 times 0 times 0, which is 0. 0 to the 2nd power is 0 times 0, 0. 0 to the 1st power is 0. So notice these patterns. So if we use these patterns, how can 0 to the 0 power be equal to 1 and 0? It's because it doesn't work. 0 to the 0 power is undefined. And that's what your calculator would say as well. That is one thing you should get into your notes from this page. 0 to the 0 power is undefined. Okay. At any time in this video lesson, if you need to pause the slide, the video to copy down the slide, go ahead and do that. This page right here you need to have in your notes. You need to put this in your notes. So this might be a page where you need to pause to get a copy down. How to solve negative exponents. We are going to write the problem as a fraction if it is not one already. Second thing, we're going to circle any negative exponent, just a negative exponent with its base. And then number 3, move anything circled to the other side of the fraction and make the exponent positive. So we'll take a look at some of these problems on this next page. Okay, 0 exponents. So any number to the 0 power equals 1. So example, 5 to the 0 power equals 1. 12 to the 0 power equals 1. Now with negatives, parentheses are very important. If we have a number in parentheses, this means we're taking this number, negative 3 to the 0 power, which is 1. If this is out of parentheses, a negative 3 like this means we're taking 3 to the 0 power, which is 1, times this negative. So that is actually a negative 1. So again, make sure if a number is in parentheses, it stays in parentheses. X to the 0 power, this is any number to the 0 power, which is 1. We're assuming that x is not 0. Okay, simplify each of these, and on our assignment today, we are going to leave all answers using positive exponents. So I don't want any decimals. You're not going to use your calculators. You don't just plug this into your calculator and write the decimal. So the steps from one of the earlier pages, 9 to the negative 2 power. We're going to make the problem a fraction if it's not one already, so put it over 1. Then we find any negative exponent, negative 2. We circle it with its base, 9 is its base. And then the last step says move anything circled to the other side of the fraction and make the exponent positive. So this is circled on top. That means we're going to move it to the bottom. We're going to make the exponent positive, and then the top we just leave with the number 1. Letter B, we have a number in parentheses. It doesn't matter that it's negative. Any number to the 0 power equals 1. So again, all of these we're going to leave with positive exponents. We're going to write our answer with positive exponents. So, letter A, make it a fraction. We circle any negative exponent with its base. Anything circled goes to the other side of the fraction. We make the exponent positive. So letter A. We're going to work down our page here. Letter C, 3 to the negative 2 power. Again, we have a negative exponent, so we're going to make the problem a fraction. We're going to circle any negative exponent with its base. Anything circled, we move to the other side of the fraction and make the exponent positive. So it's circled up top, move it to the bottom. It's 3 to the second, 1 over 3 to the second. Letter E, negative 4 in parentheses, the negative 2. Again, a number in parentheses needs to stay in parentheses. So we're going to make it a fraction. Anytime we have negative exponents, we make the problem a fraction. Circle any negative exponent with its base. So here's the negative exponent. So when we rewrite this, on the bottom we have negative 4 in parentheses, and we make the exponent positive, and on top we just put a 1. These other two problems, letter B says negative 5 to the 0 power, anything to the 0 power, equals 1. Remember, if you plug this in your calculator without the parentheses, it's going to tell you negative 1. So you need to copy the problem exactly how it is. Letter D, 6 to the negative 1 power, negative exponent, so we make a fraction. Circle any negative exponent with its base. It's circled on top. We move it to the bottom. So 1 over 6 to the first power. That's it. Here's your assignment. Like it says, leave answers using positive exponents. Good luck.